Alrighty. Well, give it a second. Get some more people get in here. All right, there's a majority of it. All right, what is our brief nemesis?
Attack, defense, non-sequential. Uh, yeah, Russian attacking American airfield. That will be a small teaser for our new event coming up, the 7. So go have a look at that on the screens. I'll just enjoy.
All right, questions from our company leader.
No, wait. Is sector? Is it sector control?
Sector control.
Rogers.
Attack, defense, sector.
Can sectors be retaken?
Have to kill everyone in the sector. It can't be taken back.
Okay.
So if we take out the sector, then it can't be taken back. Okay, brilliant.
Yep. Just normal AD sector.
Alrighty, well, let's get her underway. Round 2 starts right now.
User left your channel. Left your channel. User 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 left your channel. Channel switched.
And how are you, Kilbo?
Doing wonderful. Sorry, I'm just quickly snarfing down a sandwich as a quick break in between games.
Understandable.
Mhm.
This is actually going to be... I'll take the reins so you can finish off that sandwich.
Yeah, sure thing.
For a bit. So this is actually the inverse of round 2 of EU before me and Liru got absolutely fucking shwasted. So we do have Russians versus US again, but now the Russians are attacking the airfield that Blue 4 originally was coming out of, in pretty much the exact opposite manner. This is going to be kind of interesting, but yeah, the Red 4 Russians... Excuse me. The Red 4 Russians are using that same kind of 5.45 ammo with 7.62 PKMs and PKTs, the RPG-42 for their platoon level AT and whatnot. Pretty similar to what we saw in the last round. In addition, they also have a Mi-8 transport with no PKT turrets on it. It is completely unarmed. You should be able to use that to get behind Blue 4 or expose their flanks. In addition, they have 3 Gaz Tigers, which are essentially up-armored transport. One has a PKT and an AGS. However, the AGS is scripted to have no ammo because that thing is fucking powerful. They also have a bunch of trucks and 2 BTR-80s with a big ol' 14.5 millimeter heavy machine gun.
All right, yeah, wonderful. It looks like they have quite a powerful bit of assets in order to go and attack the airbase from. Between the vehicles that they have with guns on them, the armor that can protect them, and it's looking like they do have potential options for routes to go as well. Red 4 looks like they're just forming up right now. Got that classic green camouflage that the Russians are known for.
Yep, looks like Falcon knocked over one of the televisions. The fucking idiot, moron, stupid head. He's now humping the television as well as Mito, so I'm gonna turn away from that before I get banned from Twitch. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, these are the same kind of Russian kits, 5.45 AKs and whatnot, and they have those BTRs should be pretty good for piercing through the Blue 4 defenses. Actually, let's go over to Blue 4 and go over their kits quickly. But if they are the inverse, and they are, then they're gonna be Marpat Woodland Marines. With that same kind of 5.56 weapon platforms. I'm seeing a lot of M16s though. You can tell that they're M16s by that full long stock, whereas the M4s have the hollow stock with the hole in the middle of it. Just off of basic, looking over. Obviously, there's more differences to it, but that's the best way to look at it. Some have M203s, but for the most part, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of M16s with some M4s scattered in. Carl Gustav in the hands of Sergeant Rust for the Matt Gunner. He's going to be key in taking out those BTR 80s.
Yeah, it looks like there's just one Carl Gustav from what I can see. Do you know if there's multiple on this team as well?
It's going to be one, just going to be Charlie 2. It has the only MAT for the whole team.
Okay, but at least the there are some light AT, I believe, scattered in around and about. Those can potentially score some hits as well.
Yeah, the M72 laws that are scattered with the light anti-tank rolls, that's just a basic tube. Even one of those should be enough to disable, if not destroy, those BTRs. But the Maz is going to be a lot more powerful, a lot more accurate at distance. Whereas the M72 laws are more like 100, 200 meters tops. Outside of that, you're really going to be stretching it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the stronger anti-tank potential that they have on the Blue Force side right now is the M2s on the Humvees. They can use that to great effect.
That is very true. The M2s, the 50 cal HMGs on top of these Humvees are more than enough to pierce the relatively light skin of the BTR. Otherwise, it can hold up to all kinds of small arms fire. It's just going to be those M2s and rockets that it has to worry about. In the inverse of this round in EU, we saw the BTRs get knocked out pretty early on, and then the Humvees were able to kind of go off, and they really didn't get hit by anything. Any kind of small arms fire was useless against the up-armored windows and hull of these things. You can tell that they are up-armored by the reinforced windows that are jutting out slightly, as well as the interior that is lined in a silver bullet-resistant kind of material.
Oh, that's awesome. That's neat. That'll protect them against even 7.62 then, won't it? For the most part.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much the only thing that's going to be able to hurt those Humvees is RPGs, the 14.5 HMG on the BTRs.
Mm-hmm.
I would also like to mention that, yes, like they mentioned, this is a bit of a teaser for the Friday Night Fight Titans 7 versus 7 events that are coming soon. So if you like this bigger 120 person PvP fight, keep an eye out for the smaller 7 versus 7, more confined and more smaller scale. I'm not going to say smaller action because it's going to be all the same kind of action just packed into a smaller package. But those should be coming out soon. I don't even know when they're coming, but they should be coming soon.
I'm pretty hyped for that. You can definitely get some small team action and happening in Arma, so watching that happen live would be really a lot of fun.
As someone who's I've always been a big fan of Counter-Strike, so I'm excited to see what 7 versus 7 can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more squad action and fire team action than instead of whole company action. I'm sure you can get, if you get like Scandi Recon, I'm sure they'll do like amazing work in there if they have good coordination.
Oh, yeah, are you kidding? Scandi Recon where they don't have to worry about everyone else on their team? Oh yeah, they're gonna be a fucking menace. Are you kidding? We do have now Blue 4 kind of spreading out between the two sectors. We have Sector 1 down the south. It's gonna be this little airport, big old hangar. The sector itself encompasses both the hangar, pretty much from the fence to... I'm just adjusting with my camera. Yeah, pretty much from the fence on the western side to the end of the hangar. And a little bit over on the east, but pretty much, yeah, it's going to be this hangar is the capture zone for the Sector 1 area. Up to the north is going to be Sector 2, and that is going to be... on the northern side of this whole compound, these two warehouses and the office complex. Although, actually, no, the office complex is just outside of it, so it's really going to be this courtyard. So that's interesting. They're going to need to really reinforce this courtyard in front of the office building if they want a chance at defending it without just defending the entire compound itself.
Yeah, I wonder if they can get some engineers to put up some barriers and pillboxes and get some vehicles around there to try and get as much defense as you possibly can so that you can actually have some troops stay there and not be out in the open.
My chat's asking the real questions. If Scandy's on both sides, Scandy 1 versus Scandy 2 of the FNF Titans, who's going to win?
I think, well, either both lose or both win.
Yes, either way, Scandy wins.
Yeah. Now let's see another holy hand grenade happen while they're just fighting each other. We got 8 kills in one go last time. I wonder if it can happen this 7v7. This could be very brutal. Yeah, in the 7v7s, I imagine those are going to be very, very brutal, short, like knife fights in terms of games. They can be in, close, and fast. Maneuverability is going to be key.
AOs, very very confined, that kind of thing. I'd be excited for that.
I can't wait for when that comes out. It looks like the engineers are already on bunkering up. It looks like on the office building now they have a HESCO bunker area with some sandbags coming up as well to provide good lines of fire and cover.
I'm gonna restart my game real quick because I am mem leaking, so I'm just gonna restart really quick.
Sure thing.
We got about 6 minutes left to go. Should get back in by the time things get started.
On the other side, we are actually seeing recon coming over to Sector 2. This is going to be a really interesting defense. I'm not sure how Blue 4 might plan out any recon, if they are planning out recon, to see how the the Red 4 is going to attack them. There's not really a high ground at all to take. It's a very, very flat map. The most high ground you can get is on these office buildings, and the trees are still higher than it, so the lines of sight are extremely limited. I feel like with most of these fights, if there's not going to be any spreading out into the forest, it's mostly going to be taking place on the points themselves, in the aircraft area, in the airport area, and in the factory area as well.
I'm very concerned as to what updated, because if it's the wrong thing... Okay, it's nothing in the FNF mod set. Okay, I'm good.
Changing the mods on us mid-game.
No, well, if the mods update on us mid-game, like RHS pushes out an update and I install it automatically, ooh, fuck me.
Oh, that would be brutal.
How many mods do you have? Do you know how many mods you have installed on your computer? Because I have about 450.
Oh my gosh, I don't have that many, but I feel like I have way too many. I think I went out and uninstalled a bunch. Unfortunately, I can't look until I exit the game. I have 33 loaded at the moment. I'm sure there might be another 100 or so unloaded. I was looking at my computer hard drive the other day, and I saw a big chunk of it was Arma and its mods there, so I decided to go through, delete old maps and old like weapon mods, vehicle mods that I wasn't using. Cleared up actually quite a few gigs.
Yeah, no, I have a terabyte SSD that I use for my for Arma, and yeah, that's just about filled. It's got a few other games on there, but about 70 to 80% of it is just Arma. So yeah, you can do the math on that.
That's how you know you're very serious into Arma. You have its own solid state drive.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I got a terabyte for just to hold all my videos and such, and oh gosh, that feels like that always fills up. I gotta throw that on it.
Again, that is much smoother. Nice.
Got a big old external. I'm trying to fit everything in.
3 minutes left to go. So yeah, let's see. What have they been able to do here? We have Firefighter putting some HESCOs in a watchtower up there. Warwick and Germania putting some HESCO barriers on the northeastern side. Fist jumps off the roof, but because it's safe start, he survives.
I'm not sure. Is somebody on the Red Force side like hit a smoke grenade launcher or something? Suddenly there's a big cloud of smoke. It's gone away now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't see one, but yeah, probably. Unless it was a vehicle that ran into each other, but it doesn't look like that's the case.
Yeah, actually, there is no smoke grenade launcher on the small truck, so I don't know if the BTR has them either. Here's what that was. Weird. Back on the Blue Force side, looks like they're doing a bit of a 50-50 split there, with engineers trying to throw down bunkers where they can to try and reinforce the capture zones themselves.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan. I mean, they have a bunch of trees between the two, which is pretty good as far as AOs are in terms of balancing the AOs. They have to choose between one or the other. They can't really cover one from the other, but they're not too far away to the point where they can't send reinforcements, or it would take a lot of time. I love this giant not garrison, but
I suppose all the fortifications.
It's a squad super fob on top of this factory up at the north sector.
Yeah, look at that. It must have been hell to carry all that sand and all that dirt you needed to get it up there. You got guys just carrying bags of that just to fill all that up. But yeah, no, it's a good position. I mean, that completely bulletproofs you as long as you're in cover. It's going to be very, very difficult to get grenades up in that area as well. You're out of hand grenade distance, and M203s are going to have a tough time getting that right angle to get landing on that roof. So unless you're shot directly, you're pretty well protected.
You talking about the factory in the north sector?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big gray little chimneys that they have up there, that would be their best at either that or the red chimney on the eastern side, and just try and get the splash damage. But at that distance, it's a crapshoot at best. But I could see some lucky ones happening. We do have Gorski and Olaf. I believe they're going to be part of X-Ray. Let me double check here. Yep, they are part of X-Ray. They're on quad bikes on the northern sector, ready to move out as soon as they get the word.
Yeah, it looks like they'll be in charge of trying to go out there, find potentially high ground or eyes on crossroads, and get the best intel they can on, okay, where's the Red 4 going? Where are they heading to? How can we defend ourselves? It looks like there's some troop transports loaded up, and I imagine those either... Oh, mission starts! And
Yep.
Game 2, Friday Night Fight NA starts now. X-Ray taking off.
Absolutely. Yeah, how many people does that helicopter have? Just the 4. So I'm wondering if that's the Red 4 X-Ray. I think you might have actually just mentioned that, but I'm not sure. Yep, that is X-Ray Jesse, Patch, and Falcon. And it's going northwest, so it's probably going to be doing the inverse of what the helicopters did in the EU version of this. So the helicopter's probably going to go north, way out of bounds, and probably fly into the northeast of Sector 2, drop off its payload, and then just run distraction. In the NA portion, we saw little birds flying around doing lots of runs of troops to get behind enemy lines, but they weren't really utilized in an effective manner, in my opinion. Meanwhile, we're having 18 with 10 people in his truck. That's not going to be confusing at all. He's heading out front, as well as Misu with one of the Humvees. The X-Ray team, as before mentioned, Vagrant in another Humvee. Both of the M2s actually going out in front. So they're going to be doing an active defense and active patrol to try and catch out any Red 4 advances before they get close to these sectors. Looking back at Sector 2, we only have 3 people actually, just Drake, Rust, and Wise, and Rhino's actually up here, so it is 4 in the end. But yeah, they're going on a very heavy active defense mantra here, so this is going to be very interesting to see. This is very much the again, the inverse and the opposite of what we saw in EU.
Yeah, it could actually be a really defensive option there. I mean, it gives them time to find where the attack's coming from in multiple different angles. If they see anything, they can react to who's there and set up their troops so they can react accordingly. Potentially just meet the Red 4 in the forest, which might be a good ground to meet them on. Especially if they want to hunt down those BTRs, if they catch them out at all, since they are very, very loud vehicles, they could potentially ambush them with Golfs or with AT or something of the like.
Yeah, the Blue 4 force is going way out to the west.
Oh, there's a troop transport.
Yeah, that is with 5 people. That's going to be Scandy and TSB, I think. Yeah, that's Nemesis, Suppressed Mosin, Smurf, Nafs, Az, and Lolo. And now they're pulling in.
Oh, they're going to find Golf.
Front of Vagrant with the M2. This is going to be bad.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be very, very bad.
He gets a call.
Oh, and they are absolutely being melted.
That's 3.
Wow, that absolutely pierces it. And it looks like there's only 3 left of the 5.
Yeah, that's 2 dead already. 3 dead already, and as his group is picked apart, Nafs and Lola are dead, Smurf is down, as Suppressed Mosin and Nemesis scatter. This is not what they were expecting, and it's not often you see Scandy be the ones getting ambushed.
Yeah, I believe they're just on their way, trying to make their way as fast as possible. Interesting enough, you look back, it looks like the rest of the company are only just starting to take off at this time. For the Red 4 forces. But yeah, it looks like Scandy Recon, they're gonna find themselves in trouble here. Golf looks like they're moving on. I think they did their piece and they're gonna scatter after potentially disabling that truck right there.
Smurf does wake back up, so in the end it's just Nafs and Lolo, but Yeah, that's karma for Navs. He gets 12 kills in the first minute of the first round. First couple of minutes of the second round, he gets clapped by a 50 cal. That's poetry.
That is retribution for the first round. Whether the M2 Humvees realize that or not, those golf vehicles gained some very strong picks there. Fighting them, fish in a barrel. Looking on the rest of the map here, we actually we can see the recon team were landed actually quite far back and behind for the Blue 4 lines. They might be able to potentially get some scouting down. It doesn't look like there's too much defense in that area there.
Yeah, the biggest thing with this push from Blue 4 is that it's going to slow down the overall approach of Red 4 forces.
Golf's going to meet the BTR as well here.
Yeah, but the BTR now. Gonzo and that 50 cal. No, who's in it? Gonzo's dead.
Wow, did the Golfs already do their work?
I think the 50 cal just sniped the turret. And I'm seeing a lot more blood. The guys on top are fucking dead. That's 3 on top. Doesn't armor itself, and now it's getting shot in the ass. The driver's dead. Driver and gunner are dead. Dinger's dead. Cooper's dead. Doofenshmirtz is dead. Scholl pops out. He looks like he's the only survivor.
Oh my god. Once again, incredible picks coming in. Gets an entire crew kill right there. It could potentially have, it looks like the engines might still be working out this time, but that is a lot of personnel.
But even then, Coda hops out now. I think he woke back up, but Vonk Pointman is down. Oh my god.
These roaming Humvees are...
I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, look up Buckets in the lead Humvee. Currently has 6 kills. In the trailing Humvee, Misu here with 3 kills. That's 9 kills between the two. Very nice, high-quality kills. It kills the crew of the Golf. It does really good work on the Scandi, which were caught out. These roaming patrols have been really, really effective.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay, that was close. Yeah, you saw that too with the movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was close, but they would have break in time. But now comes the other those gas Tigers, and again, those are up armored, but
M2s, the Humvees turning back around.
Yeah, those M2s can pierce it easily. Nem desyncing a little bit as he comes out now across the road. He's gonna catch the eye of these 2 M2s.
Yep. Wow, another truck found out by these M2 Humvees.
Going around back, and he's actually gonna get out relatively unscathed. Everyone's still alive, but probably a little banged up at least. But now those M2s are gonna come in. They smell blood in the water.
Looks like that truck might have gotten stopped.
Yeah, Misu stopped. Vagrant's pushing in. So this is a great little 1-2 punch with these M2 Humvees that we're seeing. I kind of wanted to see this again to call back to EU round 2, but this is what I wanted to see. The active patrols using their assets, severe spraying down that lead Humvee.
And X-Ray's also engaging the Scandi recon force that are surviving as well, a bit to the north.
Smurf getting caught out with a bit of a crossfire, but he is actually able to get into cover. But one of his buddies is dead. Who was that? That is Suppressed Mo's in there. Machine Gunner. So he gets his karma for the first round as well. Vagrant and his gunner still surviving that fire. Those Humvees tanky as all can be. I mean, you can still shoot out the tires and still immobilize it that way, but otherwise it is a tank.
Yeah, these things are going to be nearly impervious. Oh, never mind. Okay, Misu turned in. There was a slight animation where it looked like he might have been killed and kicked out or something. But no, it looks like, yeah, these Humvees, their gunners are just going to hide back, turn on in, and do more patrolling later. And they are very, very doing a good job of slowing down this entire op-4 push.
And it's not even the fact that they're getting a ton of kills. I mean, they're staying alive, and yeah, they have gotten a ton of kills. Don't get me wrong. Misa's on 3, Buckus is on 6. That's 9 between the two of them. That's almost that's a NAF's play right there. But for the other side in a different round.
Yeah, very few.
The fact that they're doing this is, I mean, everyone's dismounted now. Now they're on foot because they don't want to leave themselves exposed in the bed of a truck with these 2 menaces running around in a tag team. Even the up-armored gas Tigers are, they've dismounted those and they're hiding those in a ditch.
The X-ray for Blue 4, I just looked back on them. They had a short firefight there with Scandi forces. It looks like the dedicated marksman was killed. Looks like the squad lead is able to get over there and pick up the weapon, though. And secure the radio.
Exactly. Fisher was that marksman. He was able to get one, but now it is Pads. And like you said, with that marksman rifle.
Able to salvage that equipment. Important bit. Those Humvees looks like they're staying back a little bit. I'm not sure if they're doing some repairs a bit to these vehicles before they get back into the fight, or just looking for
themselves up. But yeah, like I would not be surprised. They're just chilling. They're biding their time. You know, let them think they fell back. While in reality, yeah, we see actually G-Legs. He's using that LRAS. That is a kind of a range-finding in normal situations that would have thermals with that giant fucking camera. But no, with thermals unscripted, that is just a giant spotting camera. So he's using that to view around, maintain his situational awareness. Otherwise, yeah, now it's just a foot race for Red 4. They still got about a click and a half to go to get to the sector, but elsewhere, we have Alpha 2 here on the western side of Sector 2, Bravo on the northern side, Foxtrot down south, and yeah, now we're having some small arms fire from that MI8. Were they able to drop off their payload? Yes, they were. East side of Sector 2, X-Ray in the form of Jesse, Catch, and Falcon. They're pushing up on their lonesomes, trying to probably just get some recon data on these sectors, maybe try and take them themselves when they see how scarce everything is. Wise is looking to the east as well as Russ, so I think the jig is already up. I don't know if they spotted that. They're just assuming with the helicopter coming from the east that it dropped some people off, or if they have some more actionable intel. But they are, at very least, somewhat aware of this play.
Yeah, it looks like they're keeping up 360 and turning, but they're all turned that direction, so they might have seen some motion. I might have been able to see some myself going about to their eye level. But it's hard. It looks like Foxtrot's firing at something. I'm not sure what they're shooting at. Oh, actually, there's a Humvee that they're shooting at here. The Golf Humvee. It looks like they actually got a crew kill on it. Yeah,
I saw that the rocket got to it, and with the gunner down and the Humvee driving in circles, I think they're both out of commission. Second rocket comes out, destroys the engine, and yeah, both of them are down. And with that smoking, it might actually cook off. That's the cook-off smoke, I think.
At the very least, the engine's going to be out. I'm not. And this Humvee is basically going to be useless. They got a crew kill earlier, so it's unfortunate that they couldn't actually take it for themselves then as a vehicle. It looks like they haven't quite yet got this BTR that was taken out earlier by that Humvee back up and running, or a new crew. Although it looks like it might be still in drivable condition here.
Yeah, the one that Guy Fieri just hopped into, the engine's still running. No, it looks like they did repair it because that hull texture did change to a much cleaner version. Oh! So, yeah, they've got that up and running. And Dartus just barely running out of there.
That was so close. Hopefully he doesn't run over his other friends over there.
Yep. But yeah, that Humvee's out of commission, and both those guys, I believe, are dead. Yeah, G-Legs and Misu both dead. Misu ending on 3 kills. Vagrant and Buckets also, I think they got spotted out by the BTR because Vagrant, the driver for that other Humvee, is dead, and Buckets is still alive, still on 6 kills. He's trying to escape as the Humvee spotted that Humvee, dumped a few more rounds into it, and is now driving on.
It looks like Buckets does get away for now. A lone wolf now at the time, forced to be alone there. So those are really good counter picks back from the Red 4 side, because those are probably the biggest, best assets that the Blue 4 had, those 50 cal Humvees, and now they're gone.
Yeah, but at the same time, just like how Naps did it, they got 9 kills in the beginning minutes of the round. So already it's a big
it's big personnel swing.
Field. Absolutely. And McSwagger got in the Humvee, confirmed that the crew inside of it is dead, and he might be trying to see if they can repair it as a engineer.
Potentially even steal that radio from them as well.
Yep, looks like that's exactly what he's doing, stealing that M4 and gonna be stealing that radio too, I assume. So, I mean, like you were saying, it is a bit of a unfortunate circumstance that they lost the Humvees, but they already did their job to an extent. And honestly, again, like the BTRs in the first round, they died to the Humvees, or just in general they died, and they were on the defending side, and now the Humvees on the defending side of this round, they're destroyed, and both the BTRs are still in working order. Yeah, one of the crew is dead, but they got it back up and running, and they're probably gonna get another 2 people to crew it. I'm really interested in the parallels that are happening, I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, it's curious. I'm really curious about how this is going to shake out. I really would love to see how this plan develops for Red 4. I feel like they might be a bit behind right now. I think they have to go a little bit faster. But they are going to get the assault underway. It looks like they are starting to form company lines across the map, trying for assault, potentially on Sector 2 first here, focusing on the northern side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, X-Ray still for Red 4. They're still holding their fire, just getting eyes on things. Jesse doing some recon, spotting out that bunker on top of the office building. So they are going to be playing this a bit cautiously, but nowhere near as cautiously as would permit a complete concrete boot scenario where they just can't move fast enough. So they should still have plenty of time to get to these sectors and capture them. And this is sector defense. So all they got to do to capture these objectives is clear out the sector of any blue 4, as long as they are down or dead. They don't even have to be dead, just down. They just need to have no one up and conscious for blue 4 in there. Get a red 4 guy in there, and it will be captured for red 4. Do that for both sectors, and they win.
So complete elimination of all forces in that area is exactly what they're going to be looking for. Thankfully, it's an area generally not populated by buildings behind, except for those warehouses there. Although it looks like in the other area, the ATC building is within the sector, so Red 4 does have to clear out the ATC. Not that it's a very... There's a lot of stairs to get into the ATC, and that's probably the most complicated part. It's just that there could be someone waiting there on one of the stairs and make it a bit of a funnel. I'm hearing some gunfire here. It looks like they might be shooting at the X-ray. I think Wise might have seen him. Yep, he's shooting over there at X-ray.
Yeah, so they probably got spotted out, and they're paying for that. I wonder if the helicopter brought the attention over to them. Russ is actually looking down scope with that Carl Gustav. He might try and get a rocket on them, but that could be a mistake. I don't think he has any HE rockets, so he's going to want to keep those for the 2 BTRs. But X-Ray is running back, so unless he feels like just lobbing off a shot into the forest, he's not going to see any action there.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what... Go ahead.
Well, the helicopter just passed over the AO, causing or running that distraction. It's about all it can do right now, because I'm assuming it doesn't have anyone else to transport over. So it's just going to be running distraction and making noise overhead. Yeah,
it looks like it doesn't have any weaponry on it, so it can't do much for that. It seems to just be, I suppose, a recon by fire if the Blue 4 ever decide to fire at it. I think they would be smarter not to. It's not much danger to them. We're just seeing a Red 4 slowly advance their way through the forest, getting to their positions for the first assault here. They are moving up in some pretty good lines here. You got a lot of good, you got a bit of a spear tip going on between all the infantry forces happening.
Yeah, actually now on the north side for Blue 4, they're pulling back using those quads, so they might be called in to hunt down that Red 4 X-ray team. But otherwise, they're going to be defending back from the sectors themselves.
Mm-hmm.
One can only assume.
Looks like of all the forces out right now, that Echo force is getting pretty close to some Blue 4 forces. They might actually find themselves stuck between 2 squads here shortly. Those 3 people. Azariah, Nemesis, and Mad Smurf making their way through the forest, actually kind of finding a gap in the defenses, but also, once again, potentially finding themselves in a crossfire between the 2.
Again, that's Scandi luck, even though it's only as a nemesis. Yeah, that they find themselves between the two lines. Nearest and all of them over here to their south. They're looking in the wrong direction. Bravo 2 with Bridges. He is. He's no, not really.
Yeah, there's a bit of
He's looking a bit west now, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Actually.
yeah, there's a bit of microterrain between him and the Scandi, so it looks like Scandi are well hidden there.
Yeah, no, he's just looking out. Only has that collimator sight, so once he pulls out his binocs, not gonna have any magnification.
Scandi taking a small break, maybe waiting for the rest of the forces here. It looks like that Foxtrot 2 squad is the closest one to the front lines. I'm hearing some gunshots. X-Rays in the back is getting engaged by the Blue 4 forces. One's down. Jesse finding himself dead. Another one dead, actually.
Oh, yeah, I see ya. Yeah, they did send out a squad to investigate the X-ray guys. Martin and Anderson, 2 senior FNF staff. They take down 2 of them. Last one's gonna be Falcon, who I believe was he's the medic. So now he's all on his lonesome. As Martin and Anderson go to investigate the bodies and check that the coast is clear.
Yeah, that's I think probably going to be the gun going over to the Blue 4 as well. If you look at that, it looks like the who had that? SVD. Yep, that was also taken down in there.
Right. Yep. Falcon's the last one of the X-ray team, and he was the medic. So that SVD is going to be down on one of their bodies.
The SVD, while it's a very strong gun, it'd probably be most useful in the airport assaults here, but other than that, it might not find too much use.
For the forest combat, you find a good keyhole and you can lock it down with an SVD, especially at distance, but otherwise, yeah, it is not exactly suited for close quarters unless you just hip fire and hope for the best. We do also have that Blue 4 X-ray group now coming in from the north. They've ditched their quad bikes and they're coming in on foot. Martin and Anderson, I'm sure, called it in that they think they took out the X-ray team, but because Falcon was so detached from them, whether intentionally or not, they're not going to be expecting this last guy to come in on their flank.
We can see Blue 4 and Red 4 almost meeting each other right now. I think they still have a bit of trees and stuff behind them, but I think a fight could break out between them any second here.
Yeah, between Nearest and Matozo and their groups. Less than 50 meters between them, I think.
There they are.
Going out there. There's Nearest opening up.
Matt, Colin find themselves in the open, able to survive the initial opening assaults from them. Now shots are going to be coming back and forth. The North's taking a lot of fire over here from Kevin and Cole. Nearest still returning out there. Sees Woonep. It's a dangerous fight. A lot of crossfire happening between the two right now.
There's one of the BTRs opening up with that heavy 14.5, the chunk, taken down. I think Norris had a buddy that just got taken down, and he's crawling down as well. Nearest taking a lot of damage. He's bandaging behind a rock.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for bodies at the moment. It's very hard to see with thermals in this map.
I know, right? No, I'm just looking plain eyes, man. They die. Woonep is a medic. He's down in the back line. Behind Shadow, Whisper, and Nightshade.
Yeah,
all that fire going to draw the attention of Blue 4 Bravo 2, which is actually where the BTR is going, trying to climb these hills. Let's see what they're able to do.
Yeah, if there's a light anti-tank among them, they might be able to get a really good hit on that.
Should be.
They're going to find themselves very close. They obviously hear it at this range.
Yeah, they're plenty close enough to hear that engine going between them. I'm watching first person from CF, the gunner. He's looking around trying to find this. Any contact. Might have just spotted Nutty Person. Sees Fist there.
Yep, Fist going barrel to barrel.
There's Fist. That's his third kill. Tries to get Nutty Person, but Nutty rolls back over the crest of the hill. And now and it's too late. They get hit. How's it doing? It is cooking off. That transparent black smoke, that is a cook-off smoke. In about 10 seconds, that thing's going to brew up, and another 10, it's going to blow.
So this BTR is now done. There it goes.
Yep, there it is.
Like, really good hit. Like we said.
Stop so they can hop out.
Alright, they need to get out right now, otherwise they're going to blow in 82nd now.
Yep, then neither of them are out. And there they go.
Ooh. Oh, but, okay, VRTP finds himself down.
CF gets taken down immediately. Warlords gets out with his legs intact, but not for long. As who is that? That's Cyrus sprays down his position. He is able to get behind a rocket and
Yep.
hard cover, but
Oh,
it's
Scandi.
only a matter of time.
Scandi coming on top of those guys, though. They find themselves on top of the Cosmonaut at the moment.
Yep, Nemesis in a close range engagement. And a great spray down from Nem. Well, Nemesis, because now there's a second Nem, which isn't going to be confusing at all.
When you get 120 people, there's a lot of names.
That's fair. We have Gorskowski and we have Gorski, so it's not the first time.
But yeah, it's looking like the lines are mixing a bit here. Actually, Outward getting quite...
Elsewhere, we have a Thunder Run coming in from the west side of Sector 2. RPG coming in. I think that, yes, that hit the BTR. Now the second...
Oh, that one's going to be cooking off too. Oh, wow.
Black smoke.
Oh, and it hit a second Humvee.
Pickles.
Wow, and that's okay.
Pickles trying to get as far as he can, but I think his engine's dead. Pierce rams the fence down.
A huge hit there. Oh my goodness.
Comes down near the BTR. And any second now.
That could take out a few nearby Red Fort. They're not careful. Looks like most of them...
Got away for the most part, yep.
Yeah, they're all alive and they're all conscious at least. But, oh wow, there's a lot of Red Fort suddenly in there. Grenades!
Now there's Standers, Jane Saunders, Pierce. They get in deep right into Sector 2 as they try and secure the sector. Lots of grenades going out. I saw one person die. Satchtra goes off. Might have taken down Jane Saunders there and maybe Pierce as well.
Yeah.
I saw that took down both of them.
It looks like that was a beautiful spearhead to get into the sector and take it by force. Now Blue Force find themselves between a hammer and a hard place.
Patriot still on top of that factory. Grenades being thrown on top of it. You were talking about GLs being not really effective, but grenades can definitely be tossed up onto there. But he's still able to get some good shots off as smokes are attempted to be thrown on top to at least obfuscate his vision, but it's not really going to be effective.
I guess I underestimated the arm strength of the armor players. I didn't realize it could go up that high.
Yeah.
Wow, though, this... If they find the last few remaining Blue 4 over here, they could easily take over the Sector 2 and, like, the whole forest in force. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a bit of guerrilla fighting. They have to go through that, but I think they have a really good handle on this situation right now for the Outfor.
Second charge, I think, went off. That might have just been another frag, but, no, that's a smoke. But most of this force that came in on this gas Tiger into the sector itself have been taken down. Post now coming down the flank over towards Acid Pantalones.
Yeah, Patriot has a really good crossfire from the factory roof.
Guys, they're still over by this Coconut BTR. A lot of them coming down by this factory by Patriot, but they need to move more towards the sector itself. I guess they're assuming that more people are up here given the fortifications. Tossing grenades up there, trying to launch GLs, but really not a ton. Acid Pantalones goes down.
Pickles is climbing up the ladder. Pickles climbing up the ladder trying to get up in there as well. Maybe he'll get close enough to launch or throw some grenades up there and get Patriot.
And there's another charge. Actually kills Firefighter. That's a bit of a miscue. He might wake back up, but that's a heavy hit for him. Arma doesn't like when buildings collapse on top of you. Pierce also goes down.
Yeah, Firefighter's also very buried on there, so you need someone to find him, and that'll be difficult.
Yeah, we'll see.
Streak and Blade. Oh, gets run over by his buddy Snow and goes flying.
Oh, God. I didn't even see it. Oh, yeah, I see his body now. Yeah, that's a friendly fire completely by accident with a vehicle. That's vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah. Well, Snow found himself unconscious there by Blade, but as he was falling over, Snow hit him and the body just ragdolled across the road.
And actually, Cool Breeze is the last one up in this sector. So if Blade takes down Cool Breeze and someone gets in here, whether it's Cheese or Blade or Dartus, they could take this first sector. But as I say that, Bravo 2 is coming back down. Another 4-man fire team coming in from the north on the exterior of this fence. Firefighter also wakes back up, so he's also in the fight again. So they gotta take down Cool Breeze and Firefighter now, but Firefighter probably is gonna want to bandage himself back up.
The Red 4 actually found themselves all over the factory. They might be able to take it for their own uses here. It's looking to be a good position for them for this assault.
Absolutely, and looking at the map, there's not a lot of Red 4 left. I think it's a pretty safe Blue 4 defensive victory.
Yeah, that thundering assault straight to the front was pretty good, but then all of a sudden they just got immediately hit by some Carl Gustavs, which absolutely shut down all the vehicles immediately.
Don't forget, similar to the first round, we saw a large, or I won't even say large, but a very effective forward recon assault going out that really shot the attacking team in the foot, just like the first round. So a bit of a theme developing here for NA, and it's effective. It is incredibly effective.
Yeah, being able to get that first hit and make it so strong before the enemy can even react it's really clinching these games. And if nothing else, it provides so much downtime of figuring out what you lost, how to replace it, and how to continue with your plan. If you can even continue with your plan. I mean, in the first round, I think they were just, by the time that the session went off, they were forced to go that way. I don't know if they could have retreated.
Yeah.
And in this round, they took those hits and they were forced to go on foot and lose some of their assets and a lot of their people.
Falcon, way off on the east, finds Martin, sprays him down, gets the KO. He's going to be able to come up, get the kill, and retrieve that SVD, especially when he lands a GL onto Martin's body. So a good effort from him, and I don't think Martin's going to be waking up, especially after that GL. He's being fairly cautious, assuming that Martin at least has some kind of battle buddy, which is not a crazy assumption to make, but no one else is going to notice it in all of this chaos that's going on in the base. So, yeah, I think Red 4 might capture this sector, but I don't think they're going to win the match. Sorry.
Yeah. 90% Bridges here, they are also both in danger. They've been finding themselves on the other end of a dangerous tennis game involving grenade launchers. And it's looking they're not able to return those serves, so they are getting a lot of fragmentation to the face. Those both look very injured. Nemesis was spotted going over the fence, and Nemesis got shot quite a few times, but is currently able to find some cover. But yeah, look at those X-rays fighting the Red 4 and the Force though, and that's also being a lot of rounds traded back and forth. Looks like X-ray just got another kill. Let's calm down for a second, although these lines are very close to each other.
Yeah, they've Red 4 is taking control of the factory. Lots of bandages on the roof, though. That's a staggering amount. So definitely, of course, they got the factory now, but I don't think it was exactly worth it. As Severe, running over the crest, just barely escapes the gaze of Casey and Pronix. So lucky him. Him and Lurch are gonna keep moving forward, seeing what they can find.
Oh, Pickles sees him. Oh, he falls down the side. So here sees McDudas and Raskatoma at the factory. Pickles taking out one kill for himself, getting a second one there.
Nice. Good job from Pickles there, yeah.
It looks like Pickles also sees Pronix over there.
Wiki, I think saw Swagger. Yeah, he saw Swagger on top. Gonna get that spray down. But actually, no, he isn't. Gets the down finally. I think a little bit of a desync working in his favor.
Pickles Wiki failed the barrel.
Oh!
Pickles coming out on top.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be 2-3 if you count Raskatoma.
Oh, he does find himself ambushed though. He's returning fire. No, both sides not going down. Pickles is injured.
Double team by Casey and Pronix. Pronix gets the kill on Pickles, but it looks like Coda got the kill on Casey. Trying to get the one on Pronix as well. Good
Grenade's going down.
Nade as well, yep. Snow still driving around with that Gas Tiger.
You can hear that vehicle in the background honking. Not exactly being very stealthy at the moment.
Well, it doesn't need to. Those Gas Tigers, like I said, they're pretty well armored. They're going to need a pretty heavy rifle to get... You see him shooting the driver window now, but that's going to be able to tank it.
I'm actually surprised that with Paladin still alive, they're not able to take over the sector. So they're even still delaying the Red 4, keeping them here and inside of all these crossfires that Blue 4 has been forming.
And let me do a quick head count. There's 3 down there by the factory, another 3 by Silver and Moose. Severe and Lennox with 2 more, so that's 8. With another 4 inside the sector, that's an even dozen. Yeah, there's only about 14, 15 Red 4 left, and I mean, honestly, if they can maintain their numbers for Red 4 and capture this sector, reorganize and head south, they do have to cross an open airfield, which that's going to be hell to cross, especially with all the positions that Blue 4 has watching that way to the north. But it's possible if they're able to get back into their cars and Thunder run over again, technically, but it's about the best chance I can think of.
Yeah, I was thinking that it might be useful if they brought vehicles, did assault on one side, got back in vehicles, did assault on the other side through the forest. But without that option, the only one gas seeker being around that I believe is operational, maybe a second actually. It looks like there might be a troop transport over there as well. It doesn't really look like, I suppose with those numbers they could potentially do it. Get around and the opposite side, but they'd have to find those and think of that plan. It's tough.
By the way, the MI8 is still up. Dylan actually has legal action in there as well, although they are a pilot co-pilot kind of team going on there. So that's still flying around. I've actually been surprised that they haven't been flying interference more, because with everyone in the AO, there's not much use for them anymore to just kind of, for transport purposes.
Yeah, they could probably be a bit more useful if they could actually get out and just, use their guns. But they might need them for the getting on the other side. There's a 15-minute warning right there.
Azarai got taken down. So did Candy's battle buddy. He's the last one left on this side of the compound for Red 4. The Severe Lennox coming around here. Cyrus and Paladin. Lurch coming around trying to find Paladin. But Paladin is going to get the drop on Lurch.
Well, yeah, he takes a bunch of rounds to the back. Goes down. Paladin takes that.
Great shots. And Paladin gets away. Silver, on the pursuit.
Yeah, it looks like Paladin's able to reload and dumps Meg. Unfortunately, that is not where Silver is for him.
Doesn't want to come in second. Wants to get first. Nuclear Moose shooting over the head of Cyrus. Cyrus is like, wait, no, that's not one of ours. So he's trying to pull back around.
Oh, looks like he's able to climb up.
Yep, and Hans moving up, and he's going to get a clean shot on the side of Nuclear Moose here.
Doesn't even try to take him prisoner.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's not exactly clean, but it's a good kill. Oh, and even dumps it a few more rounds into his face for good measure. And yeah, forces off to the northwest for Red 4 taken out in the forest.
Silver.
Still alive off to the east, but it's only 6 here for...
Paladin actually does find Silver and does take him down, catching Silver in a healing animation. Did I lose you, Barbarian?
Sorry, I got our aid, so I kind of cut myself off. What were you asking? Sorry.
I was just saying, yeah, Paladin actually just found Silver and was able to take Silver down, catching him in a healing animation. Candy, though, finding a good pick.
Very, very nice.
Severe Lennox do potentially have the angle. Actually, they probably do see Paladin throwing some grenades down on him. Getting crossfire, though.
Got sector 2, Candy.
Yeah.
Candy getting sector 2, so not exactly, or not entirely, to waste for these, but
actually,
the window of snow, and wait, no, they actually got snow. They pounded enough rounds into it, they killed them. Wow.
Wow, they're able to take that back. Now they actually have a vehicle. They could potentially try and pile on in and take the other one.
Oh, T5 Bay, I mean, I don't think this position is actually going to come into use at all, but T5 Bay is hiding in the bed of the truck that is on the airfield. I thought they were just inside of it, but no. I've seen this play used like a couple months ago on Laggy Sola, but in the same defensive kind of situation, but with how this round's going, I don't think T5 Bay is going to be able to use that, unfortunately.
It looks like there's going to be a thunder run with some Mick Swagger and Pickles going across the airfield. They're going to go straight for the hangar. If they can maybe sneaky cap it, they could win, but I don't think they're able to do that.
Get that. Between Night Owl, Herb, Sholin, Nielsen, and Montgomery, Mick Swagger and Pickles, I don't see it happening.
Bay.
Oh, of course. Of course I screen person. T5 Bay does get the kill on Mick Swagger's buddy there. And, ooh, charge goes off somewhere. Almost takes down Night Owl's tower. I'm actually kind of surprised it didn't.
Yeah, that could have been.
Everything has a destroyed texture. Damn.
Ooh.
Mick Swagger eats a GL to the head, body, and feet. And he might wake up from that, but damn, he's hurting.
Yeah, he's got the whole anatomy there, probably looking red. The whole head, body, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And Mick Swagger over here is down, could potentially get back up, but I'm pretty sure Blue 401, go check that out, make sure it's safe and that they're double tapped. Yeah, and that just leaves, I believe, one person. Nope, sorry about that. 5, 6, 7 people on red 4 up. You got Cholt, and then you got a group of 3 heading towards the airfield, Lennox, Severe, and Candy, as well as 2 in the helicopter, and Falcon, all by his lonesome on the other side of the hangar and the whole airfield. Blue 4 looks like they'll have it. Another Thunder Run might be coming on in. Schultz by himself in the lonesome with the troop transport going across the field.
Yeah, that truck is not armored at all, unlike the Gaz.
Trying to find some cover.
Just to get to the bunker, yeah, get to the bunker.
Wow, Bay doing a really good job of that position. Surprisingly, making it useful.
Get 2 with that kill. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
That's most of the assets that Red 4 could have used that they did want to make a last-ditch Thunder Run with all their forces that they had. That now is in the middle of the hangar on the Blue 4 side.
Yeah, the last ones remaining are going to be 3-man fire team consisting of Candy, Lennox, and Severe. If it weren't for the overwhelming odds, I'd root for the Finn, but between the defensive going on inside the sector itself and the roaming patrols, I don't see it. Falcon is still on his lonesome, trying to do something. Still in contact, probably with Severe, I'd hope. But, yeah, 4 of them together, or even 4 of them separate, yeah, but even together, but I don't see it, personally.
Yeah, this game looks like OP4 may not, in fact, get it. Falcon actually finding his way over. There was a person on the Blue 4 side, I believe Ash, in a very good defensive position, actually moved out. Would have been able to spot it if you remained there.
Falcon's still on that 1 kill they got on Martin. So Lennox, Candy, Severe, they're gonna try and start crossing the airfield, and no one's actually looking this way, so they should get across pretty all right. Garcia's looking over. Yeah, he's chasing that MI8, starting to fly lower and lower. And it's actually flying really low. Oh my god!
It's a Thunder Run with the MI8.
It's gonna try and land on the roof, but it's under a lot of fire. It needs to bug out. Oh, that's too hot. That's too hot.
Ooh, way too hot.
It is. I mean, it's still airborne, but
not for much longer.
the way that it should be.
It's airborne, but not under its own power.
It sets up in a nice defensive position. It's gonna have great overwatch on the airfield, and we'll lock this airfield down with some nice suppressive fire. And pun intended, I guess, with the fireball that it is now.
Well, certainly no one will be want to walk in on that fire right there.
Yeah, right.
Cholt surprisingly still up. I believe Cholt did get double tapped like 30 different times. Still is down.
Like he's definitely got a number of wounds on him, from at least from Bay alone, not to mention everyone else. So interesting that he's, yeah, like you said, still alive. But with less than 15 minutes remaining, actually no, that's less than 10.
I'd be surprised if there was 5 minutes remaining at this time. Well, we're going to have to watch a few individual members and see what they do. Falcon is going to start ranging his way through the little forest that exists right here. He will be very, very close to Delta 2 on the Blue Force side. Very slowly pushing up for the amount of time that he has.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see him get a few more kills. I'd even love to see him try and clutch this, but
not gonna happen. I think even if Blue 4 were just all standing on the point doing nothing, you know, it'd be hard pressed to take the time to kill them all at this point.
right.
Just Candy, Severe, Lennox, Falcon find themselves ever closer and closer.
Launched GL over the heads of Eagle and Garcia, but too far away, not really effective, and that just alerts everyone to a bit more contact.
Yeah, I think you want to be as quiet as possible so you can get the advantages that you want.
Or at least a clean shot, yeah.
I was just looking at this little newspaper stand. Apparently you can go in there. That would actually be a funny little place to take and hold.
What, newspaper stand?
Yeah, there's a little newspaper stand that's next to the burning helicopter, just off to the side.
The one with the TVs and stuff in it?
It's got a newspaper magazine on the top. It's got the vending machines. Does it have TVs in there? That's just some shelves. It's a little shack. It's the northeast of the helicopter. But Chupless.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fair. That's fair. The one by the blue first spawn, but yeah. More fire coming out, but I'm not seeing where those tracers are going. Might be some friendly fire going on, but now I'm seeing some GLs head out towards Falcon's position as Severe and his merry band of men try and go a bit more around the southern side.
It looks like Chupless is finally out after sustaining all those injuries, bleeding out. That might have been Bay double tapping once again or something. Looks like Montgomery actually has a keyhole. Does see Falcon. Yep, Falcon shooting at Chupless, Nielsen returning fire. That Illumination Flare is actually very close to Falcon's position. They could just reference that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now it's out, so there you go. Oh, and Severe has been spotted. Actually, no, I think that's Lennox that's been spotted out by Nielsen. So that maneuver has been made as well. Not really surprising, but more so just unfortunate. As Swallow now also opens up on Lennox. He's able to stay alive, get behind a rock. I don't even know if he got hit. Yeah, it looks like he got hit a little bit in his arms.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of blood there. He's tossing some smoke, trying to conceal his position. Skolin coming out with the vehicle. I'm not sure what the plan is there. Maybe they're just getting close enough to spot him. They probably know that they don't have any weapons to get through the thing. Not sure, the vehicle's just kind of putt-putting around, potentially just spotting them.
He's just, I mean, again, that Gas Tiger, very well armored. He's just going, I'm just going to drive around. Use it as a reconnaissance vehicle, almost like the Fails Panzer or something.
Yeah, you can't use this to run over the enemy players. That would be against the rules, but you could certainly...
Over enemy players, yeah, it is illegal, but you can still use it to drive up next to them and say, hey, guys, they're right here.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, look at this vehicle. They can't get in here, What are they going to do? Like, knock on the door or something and ask you politely to get out?
Exactly. Sir, can you please step out of the vehicle?
Can I see your license for that? I believe you have a stolen vehicle. Candy was picked off just a little bit ago.
Voss is hunting down Lennox. The foliage is in his way a little bit, but he is looking in the right direction.
Falcon actually taken out by Bay.
Oh, Falcon got taken down.
Yeah, by Bay again from the back of the vehicle.
Grenade, cripple Severe, another one coming in.
Yes! War Dog is in the stand. Oh no, he's behind it. He's not in it. Oh, I almost... Right. That means it's just 2 remaining Red 4 left. Still up and able to fight. With all...
Catches Lennox, and that's going to be the last one over here. Severe's already been made. He's crippled, trying to get in, and with 2 minutes left to go, not even... that is definitely going to be the nail in the coffin for Red 4 for this round 2 of NAFNF. Again, a decent attempt, but the early actions from the defending side kind of set the tone for the rest of the mission, I think.
Yeah, those M2 Humvees doing an incredible job picking off an entire troop transport. I believe there's 8 people in there to kill the crew of it, and I believe only 2 survivors were in the back. Those guys got out. Severe finally found. Is that the last Red 4?
That should be the last Red 4. Don't know why. Yep, there it is. Offer eliminated. GG with at least a dozen still Blue 4 soldiers still remaining. They win it handily. I am still so proud that T5A actually. T5A was credited with the helicopter kill. I'm assuming because of just the amount of fire that they were able to put onto it with that M249. So T5A actually ends the round with 8 points.
Wow, Bay making that last position in the back of the truck work surprisingly. You were doubting it the whole time, but Bay was like, I'm like light years ahead of you.
And like not even 2 minutes later, they just ran right in front of us, and they were able to gun them down.
Yeah,
Poetry.
they're a fish in a barrel situation for them. I suppose they had so little time, so little manpower, they just had to go for it, and Bay able to find those really good angles from that. GG.